Hello everyone. So today I'm doing a little shirt going on here. Um, I have I have these Dockers. I don't know. I don't go through brands, but it just says Dockers, and I really like the texture of it. So this is like how it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to work with textiles and cotton and polyester and different kind of textures, fabrics. So yeah, so today like I want to do something sparkly with this, like it's like a jacket or somehow long sleeve jacket. I want to be putting on some glitter. Don't it, don't mind this. I mean, I ate half of it. Like I add a little bit and then I put it on the on it's like amaranth seed candy, and I put it in there. Um, just so because there's a mice situation, and I put it in there, you know, so they don't get to it. I mean, if they were to be eating it, then they will be eating later. But as far as right now, everything looks good. So what I'm working on that, I'm working on that right now. I think it needs some color, um, as far as that. So I'm gonna show you. I have my water boiling to do some oatmeal. This is what I'm doing. Just having to relax. It's midday, so I'm about to put some glitter on there. Um, it's fabric though. So, I want something different. The other day I was reading in the Bible something that came to my mind. Um, how Solomon was like a really rich guy, and how like you know even though he had so many possessions, um, gold, silver, and everything, he he was just in the middle of like a crisis emotionally. Even though he was sleeping with so many women, he had riches and so many possessions. He was like angsty. I was going through the book of Ecclesiastes the other day, and it brought to my mind how um I'm gonna put low this time, and how he was like in a state of angsty, right? With everything that was going on, because of he was just keep on saying like how come I have so many riches, and I think it's just vanity. How come life as it is vanity? You know what I mean? You help, it's vanity. You do this, it's vanity. Like everything just vanity in general. And my point is that what I mean, I do agree with him in a way. You know what I mean? And how he's just saying that, um, like if, and how he's saying that, everything's vanity, and that it should be, what's it called? Um, and if something's going to be, it's going to be. And if it's not going to be, it's not going to be. And that's vanity. That everything is vanity. Then I'm asking myself, like, how how is he, and how is he saying that? In a way, why is he saying that so much um if if I thought, he was happy with the life that he had, with everything, the riches, you know what I mean? And at the end, he says that everything is vanity. So that means he was not happy with everything that he got, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was happy, but like under his consciousness, he was not happy, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't care. I mean, and how he states like what's gonna pass is gonna pass, and there's time for everything. He was the author of Ecclesiastes. I don't know. I'm starting to read that um the Ecclesiastes Bible passages. It makes me think you know um how like strong of a man he was. And as far as him saying that, even though, like, for what purpose, for what purpose he might have riches and have so many belongings when he's alive, and he did so many things in the earth, while still alive, he's not going to have anything because everything's going to go away to another person. You guys know he's, Absalom and his kids and whatever. He's like, well, that's vanity too. You know, I can have so many riches in the world, but everything is vanity. And it's funny because in the Song of Songs, right, he states that, um, he's like, he sings to women and whatever, and he has a whole bunch of like mistresses and whatever. And I don't know. I just think he's like, it was kind of funny, right? Because even though he had so much things going on, he couldn't support anything. He was bad in bed because he had so many women, and Songs of Songs says that. So he was a player. There's people that are players now, you know what I mean? Oh, I have so many riches and I can have so many women, but you can't have one stable. That means none of them are yours. He's like the woman of Samaria. When Jesus went to the well, he was like, girl, you got so many men. Not, so, so none of them is your real husband then. You know what I'm saying? Because she was sleeping with anybody. Like, and we think everything is new right now as far as like the world, and everything is the same. You got hookers, you know what I mean? You got girls just sleeping with whoever random guy comes upon them. You got rich men who think their money is gonna bring them like happiness just because they can sleep whoever they want. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not how it should be. You know what I'm saying? We have to learn from people from the Bible. So me reading Ecclesiastes, knowing how Solomon was, a player and a rich person, and reading Ecclesiastes made me think, even though he was going through so much and the richness, and he actually sits down and think like, hey, everything at the end of the day, everything is vanity. You know, I'm learning that, God has a purpose for me. Everything, time has time. There's time for everything. There's time to eat. There's time to not eat. There's time to be starving. There's time to drink. There's time to, you know, sleep. There's time to, there's time to rest. There is time to run. There's time for everything in the world. So it is, I'm glad that at the end of his time, he's kind of like Ecclesiastes, like it's time of sit down and reflect at everything, like, hey, even though, I have so many riches, but it's vanity. So, I think for me, it's a really good understanding as far as now how we live on. You know what I mean? That it's not for us to judge. Maybe they used to judge him a lot. Oh, he has so many women. He has so many riches. Yeah. But, I mean, even God asked him, like, what you want. You know what I mean? Do you want riches or do you want to be wise? He was one of the wise, like, one of the most wise men in, like, you know, in the world back then. Obviously he passed away, right? And we can learn from him, like, we have riches, we have this, we have a house, we have a car. We might be like living in the slums because we're poor or whatever. But if we don't have like content heart, nothing's gonna serve us. If you're young, be happy. If you're in adolescence, you know, be happy and content too. So yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot, and I'm happy that at the end of the day, he realized that not it was not all about the riches. It was not all about being rich and having wealth. It was more to be wise and to reflect on his life. That's what I think, and that's what I got from that book. I'm not even done with it, but I'm getting a lot of insight from it. So if you guys can catch Ecclesiastes from the book, you learn that Solomon was just not a rich man with a whole bunch of wives and not just lived with hookers and whatever, whoever he want, or like servants and whatever, and mistresses and all the, gold and silver and whatnot. Yeah. If you can, give yourself a try from the book Ecclesiastes, you'll learn more about that he was not just a rich man. He also had a heart. Anyways, people, this is how it turned out to be. This is how it turned out to be. From this time, blessing to you and yours. You guys take care, and yeah, if you have the time, just a little read a little bit, maybe like the first chapter, skim through. You guys stay put, okay? Bye.